All right, so today we are taking a look at the Nearstream VM20. This is a USB 4K live streaming webcam. Now, one of their biggest things that they're touting about this camera is how its 4K image is near DSLR quality. I'm recording with a mirrorless camera, and as you're seeing between the two, they look pretty close. Now, what makes it really cool is that this camera is at a fraction of the cost of a DSLR or mirrorless camera. So this could be a solid option for you, for those of you who want to live stream, maybe do some content creation or even Zoom calls. You can do it. Now, another cool feature about this is that you can actually connect multiple VM20s to your setup, which is cool. So if you want to have a main camera, maybe a secondary camera, and maybe a third camera for like products, you can do that. What I like about this camera is because since it has such a deep field of view, everything is sharp. Like here, you can see me, how my face is sharp, even the background is sharp. It's doing a great job. So especially if I want to do like product shots, everything is going to look sharp or in focus, which I feel is a real plus about this webcam. On top of that, this has a 40 times zoom. 10 optical zoom with a 4 times digital zoom. That's huge when it comes to webcam, because webcams, they usually don't have any kind of optical zoom. It's all digital zoom. So it means when you zoom in, you're basically just panning and cropping, right? It gets more distorted the closer it gets in. But with a 10 times digital zoom, you're keeping detail and quality as you're zooming in. So that's a plus when it comes to the VM20. As far as some specs, it does offer 5 megapixels and a 1/2.8 CMOS sensor, which means you're gonna get great low light performance from this camera. So let me turn off my main light and check this out. All right, so you can see even in low light, we're still getting a clear, detailed image. Even though the back is light, you're probably not seeing a lot of distorting or breaking up in the picture or compression because now the camera's trying to compensate for, for low light. I find that through my time of using this, it does give me a good solid picture in low light. I mean, again, let's take a comparison between this camera and that camera, this camera and that camera. I think it performs well in low light. What do you think? All right, so not only can you set up multiple VM20s, but you have different ways you can actually set up your VM20. You can use it through USB-C, HDMI, or RJ or Ethernet cord. What's cool is that if you have one of those TV switchers, if you like to switch through different cameras, you can connect it through the HDMI and add it to that switcher as well for even easier of use to switchly go between your different cameras. Again, if you just want plug and play, USB works just fine. And if you have a network setup that supports an RJ45 or an Ethernet cord, you can use that as well. So you're getting 4K quality, multiple ways to connect this to devices, and you can connect multiple of these to your devices. I mean, it sounds like it's a pretty good deal. Okay, let's talk about the remote, because it does feature a pretty cool remote. You can, of course, turn off your camera. You can mute the microphone. We'll talk about the microphone shortly. You can mirror the image if you want. So we'll press it. It'll flip it over. You have your lock-in settings, so no matter what I press, except the zoom, if I try to change my image profile, I can't because it's locked in. I'll press that to unlock it. Of course, you have your back button. You have an AI button. Okay, I'm gonna be straight up here. As much as I like the performance of this, I feel sometimes the quick AI button is a little, I don't know, weird. So right now we're in panorama mode, and I'll engage it and watch what it does. Oh, okay, well, it's not doing it. It seems like it's oh, there we go. I don't know why this thinks this is the ideal frame right now, but I'll press AI again and it'll go right back to panoramic mode. You do have settings that you can switch through, your image, network devices, things like that. Let's back it out of that. Now you have 2 zoom in buttons. Where you can zoom in faster, just like that. Or if you want those little micro details, we can zoom in very slowly here as it's holding its focus. And I'm telling you, this camera, look at that. It holds in its detail. Maybe a little too much, I don't know. Of course you have your home. You can also pick different picture profiles. So right now we were in portrait, now we're in dress. I guess if maybe you want to do your content creator and you're showing like fashion, this makes the colors pop a little more. Press again for food. It seems like deep contrasty image for food. Texture, I guess it offers a little more texture, I suppose. Outdoorsy, standard, which to me it kind of looks a little washed out. And then we go right back to portrait. And then we have a quick zoom or quick focus. We can set our focus right there. And of course we have our white balance at the same time. You can either have auto white balance or you can lock in your white balance by holding it down, give it a couple seconds, and it'll lock in, it'll calibrate our white balance. Boom. There we go. And I like about that is because now that it's locked in, my white balance is not going to shift depending on what I'm doing. It's just going to stay locked in. So that makes it a bit of a more appeasing image. So colors are not shifting constantly. You also have presets. So if you want to, you can set up whatever kind of preset you want and then store it to individual presets. You can go from there. But yeah, it's a valuable remote right here. All right, last thing, let's talk about its microphones. It has an 8 MES array noise canceling microphone. Now there's 8 microphones on the top and it features 360-degree pickup at a 16 feet, I guess, radius from the camera now, or the microphone. Now what's good about that is that let's just say you're on Zoom, and instead of it just picking up on the person in front of, maybe if you're in a meeting or a conference, it'll pick up everybody without the need of having the microphone directly on them. I find that it does give me a good sound, the noise canceling as well, but on the back of it, you also have the option to add a 3.5mm jack. So what I'm going to do is take these wireless microphones, I'm going to connect the receiver to it, and then we'll go from here. And if you want, if you have a microphone that supports 3.5mm, you can connect it to your VM20. Again, you can connect maybe wireless lavalier microphones. Maybe if you have an XLR that's connected to an audio interface, you can use the headphone jack out there and connect it directly into there. Or if you have a mixer, you can connect your mixer to that, add it to the chain, whatever. It does give you the option to pipe in higher quality audio to your VM20. All right, so let's go back to the regular one. Who is the VM20 for? Well, I'm gonna start from the beginning. I feel like it's for those who want a crystal clear 4K image at the fraction of the cost as if you're gonna spend money on a DSLR or a mirrorless microphone. Or no, a mirrorless camera. Now here's the thing, if you already have a DSLR or mirrorless camera, keep it. Use this as your overhead camera. Like I said before, I like how it has that deep depth of field, meaning that everything is in focus. This would be an ideal camera as a top-down camera or even a second angle camera because, again, look at the difference. It's not exact, but it's pretty close, especially if we're talking about webcam compared to a DSLR or mirrorless camera. I think the microphones, they're pretty decent. You know, the 360-degree is always valuable, especially if you have a lot of people who can't be on individual mics, but giving you the option to connect your own microphone to it, that's awesome. And something that, you know, you really don't see. You really don't see. The camera is a little bit bulky, but man, there's a lot of good tech happening inside, giving us a really good solid 4K image. So I don't mind so much. Being able to connect multiple cameras, connecting it multiple different ways, and a cool remote. I think the V20, I think the Nearstream V20 really deserves your consideration if you don't want to spend a lot of money on a DSLR or a mirrorless camera, and you want the best image possible from a webcam. I think the Nearstream VM20, easy by far, is a great option or the best option. All right, guys, really hope this video helped you out. Take care. Bye. As always, I'll leave links in the description down below so you can pick up your own. Hey guys, do me a favor. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you love it, well then subscribe and ding that notification so you can be notified for future videos as well. Until the next one, I'll see you later. Take care. Bye.